is an AED? An AED can talk to you. An AED can tell you to stop. An AED can tell you to deliver a shock. And an AED can even tell you to continue CPR. But there's one thing that you should do correctly: placing the pad properly. So today on this video, I will show you on how you can place the AED pad properly on the skin. And I will demonstrate to you the common mistake that people do that you can avoid. And I will show you why the AED placement pad correctly matters. But before you continue, please note this. This video is for educational purposes only. To build confidence, take a first aid and CPR course and be trained by an instructor. Let's continue. So why placement pad matters? AED is designed to deliver. An AED is designed to check the heart rhythm and to deliver a shock when needed. But the pad must be placed properly. Think of an AED pad like two doors for the electricity. One pad is one door, another pad is the second door. The electricity shock need to travel from one pad to another across. That is why correct placement matters. The AED is smart, but placing the pad is still your job. So now, what are the common mistakes? Mistake number one: following the memory instead of the diagram. The first common mistake is trying to remember from your head instead of simply relying and reading the part. Because in an emergency, the stress is high. People panic and memory can fail. So let me show you on how you can do properly. First, when you remove an AED from the bag, look at the pad, look at the box. The diagram is on the box where you can read. So on the diagram, on the pad itself, there's a diagram that you indicating you where you can place the pad on a person in a bare skin. So as I said, most AED, most pad show you exactly how to place the pad. Follow the picture. The diagram is there to help you do your job properly. But this is one thing. If your memory and the diagram seem different, rely on the manufacturer diagram and follow the prompt. Mistake number two: putting the pad too close. Let me show you on the mannequin. The second mistake is putting the pad too close together. When the pads are too close, the shock may not travel across the heart properly. So let me show you the proper way of placing the pad. One pad upper right and one pad and another side lower left. So this is the proper way to position the pad. One pad upper right and one pad lower left. Consider the chest diagonal. This matters. So when you place the pad the proper way like this, you are certain that the AED will be delivering the shock properly. Mistake number three: putting the pad over the clothes. You can see it's not sticking. It cannot stick. The third mistake is placing the AED pad over the clothes. As you can see, it's not sticking. The AED must go on the bare skin. The AED pad must be placed on the bare skin, not over the clothes. If there is closing on the way, the pad may not stick, as you can see, properly, and the AED may not read the heart rhythm properly. Instead, let me show you what you can do. 1. Expose the chest. If necessary, there's clothes on your way. Cut it if it's necessary. Expose the chest before you place your AED. Place pad directly on the skin to stick. Do not worry about embarrassment when you are removing the clothes on the chest. In life treatment emergency, privacy matters, but saving a life comes first. Have someone to create a privacy shield if it's possible. Mistake number 4: The fourth mistake is placing the pad on the wet's chest. Water affects the pad contact. Do this instead. If you have a problem, quickly dry. Instead of putting right there on the wet area where you dry the area where you need to position your pad. You do not need to dry the whole body perfectly. Focus on the pad area to dry. Then, after you have dried your focus area, position your pad and then follow the AED prompt. Mistake number 5 is a common mistake. Placing AED pad on the medication patch or object. Placing the pad directly over the medication patch or object on the chest. Do this instead. Look at the area. If there is a medication patch exactly where pad must go, follow the training and local protocol. In many first aid programs, the patch is removed with gloves if it's directly under the pad location. If there is a jewelry, avoid placing pad directly over it. And if it's very hairy, because there are many people who have a lot of hair, if the area you want to place the pad is very hairy and pad will not stick, use the razor. Use the razor of the AED kit if it's available. The goal is simple. Good pad contact with bare skin. So now, what if you are not sure? When you are not sure, do not freeze. Turn on the AED and follow the prompt. And then look at the picture.
On the patient, bare skin.
Let me switch off.
Apply pads.
So simply follow the prompt and act. Simply follow the prompt of the AED, look at the picture, and help. So now let's recap. So remember, the AED pad goes on the bare skin. So one pad on the upper right of the chest and one pad on the lower left of the chest. Follow the AED voice prompt. Do not place the pad over the clothing. Dry wet skin quickly on the area you want to place your pad. Avoid medication patch or object pad. Remember, your job is to place the rod correctly. Your job is to place the pad correctly. The rest, the AED will tell you what to do. So now, if you are an organization, a community, a daycare worker, a nurse, a bodyguard, a security officer, or a company owner, consider taking a first aid and CPR course. That will be your gift you can provide to yourself. See you on another video.